Hello everyone, welcome to New Beginnings, my everyday life in rural Cyprus. Thank you for being here, whether now or later on. If you're here after the live is live, then please do comment below and then I can say hello to you personally, which I love to get to know my community and always chat with you all. So let's get straight on with the first theme of today. I don't think I've done this theme for a while. Let's have a look. So what are we going to talk about today? Blast from the past, something from the past. And I thought today I would share with you an old LP in itself. That's a blast from the past. And this is a collection of children's songs. And this record is Hello Children Everywhere. I do have another one in this series, which I'll probably share with you another time. So that's the cover. And I thought today I would just read you some of the titles of music that are on this LP. Maybe that brings some thoughts of your past back, or maybe you've never heard of some of them. They are quite old, some of them. Some are before my time. So let me know again in the comments what you knew, what sparked memories for you, or indeed if you didn't know any of them. So the first song is Puffin' Billy. I didn't know that one. The second song is Nelly the Elephant. Now, I'm pretty sure most of you will know Nelly the Elephant. The next one is that I only know it as a rhyme rather than a song. I Know an Old Lady, that one where she swallowed a fly. I don't know why she swallowed a fly. Perhaps she'd die. And then it goes on, I know an old lady who swallowed a goat and things like that. Well, of course she did. So that is one of those songs that go on and on and on. And at the end, I think the last one, because I think the things get bigger and bigger, what she swallows. And then I think the last one is, I knew an old lady who swallowed a horse. She died, of course. Silliness. The next one I know of, my mum had the single, a 45 record of this. That's how I know of it. And it's How Much Is That Doggy in the Window? And that is Lita Rosa. The next track is The Runaway Train. Went over the hill and she blew. I think it's that. The next one is a piece of music, which is Swedish Rhapsody. I'm sure you're like me, a lot of tunes you hear and then you know them. You may not recognise them from their title, maybe. And obviously for copyright reasons, I can't play you any of these things. The next one is Gilly Gilly Ossenpfeffer Katzenella Bogen by the Sea by Max Bygraves. Now this brings back memories because on car journeys when I was very small, that is one of the songs that my mum would sing and we'd join in. And I think when we got to the holiday camps, they sung it there. So whether it was just popular at that time, it's Max Bygraves, he was a popular singer in the 70s and possibly before. So maybe because of that, I don't know. The next one is Home on the Range by Jean Autry. The next one is, I'm sure a lot of you sung this at school, All Things Bright and Beautiful. And there's a great film, look it up on YouTube. It's an English film of an East End or a London school, comprehensive school in a poor area. And it was called, the original was called Please Sir, and then it became the Fen Street Gang. And there's a film of Please Sir. Do look at the film, and they do a really good rendition of singing All Things Bright and Beautiful, perhaps the way it was sung in many a school. The next one is Little Red Monkey. I don't know that. The next one is Where Will the Dimple Be? Never heard that. The next one is The King's New Clothes. So that's the Emperor's New Clothes, I know that as, and that's Danny Kaye. So I know that it's a fairy tale, but it got put into song. This is a double album, by the way, and it was £6 secondhand, but in a shop where they sell old things, so not just someone selling it. The next track is You're a Pink Toothbrush by Max Bygraves again. I know that. It was a popular song of the time. The next one is Black Hills of Dakota. Can't bring it to mind myself, but it's by Doris Day. So maybe if I heard it, then maybe I would know it. The next one again is a music track, and it's Bluebell Polka. Again, I would know it if I heard it, I expect. The next one is The Three Billy Goats Gruff. And I actually learnt to read that in infant school, the very first school you go to in England, infant school, or beginning of primary school, some of you might now say. The next one is The Ballad of Davy Crockett. I know that. That's Bill Hayes. The next one is Mr. Cuckoo, Sing Your Song. I don't know if that's a music track. The next one is Me and My Teddy Bear. And coming from a stage school background, that was something that everybody used to sing for their very first exam or whatever else. So I dislike that. The next one is Little White Duck by Danny Kaye. Not sure of that, but as it's Danny Kaye again, it's probably a fairy tale. I don't know. The next one is Buckingham Palace. I know that one. That's Christopher Robin Went Down with Alice. So it's that one. That's Anne Stevens. The next one I did a tap dance to when I was very young, and it's The Typewriter. It's a musical track, but it sounds like the old-fashioned, where if you press the keys on an old-fashioned typewriter, your finger could slip between them. It was quite a deep crevice. You'll remember that. And of course, when you got to the end of the line, you had to hit return bar manually on the black copy paper, the copy paper. Yeah. And if you made a mistake in those days, if it was for something formal, you had to start again. The days before, what is it, copy decks, is it? The white that you can paint on to cover over mistakes. Or there was a rubber you could use, a typewriting rubber at one point. But if it was official for any reason, you had to start again. And the last one on the first record is I Taught a Puddy Tat. So that's obviously Sylvester from the cartoons, the cartoon Sylvester and, who was he with? Who was Sylvester with? I don't know. He was in the Bugs Bunny days, so Sylvester the cat must have been a mouse. I don't know. The second album is, the first track is When Father Papered the Parlour by Billy Williams. The next one is The Happy Wanderer. I think I know that. I'd like to go wandering along the mountain track. And then something about you with your knapsack. That rhymes nicely. The next one again is Danny Kaye, The Ugly Duckling. I think that's very popular. A lot of famous people used to sing that and bring out the music of the story of The Ugly Duckling. It's quite a good little song. The next one is The Laughing Policeman by Charles Penrose. And that's annoying. That's where it goes, ha, 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 ha. He just keeps laughing. It's not even like a proper laugh. I'm so cheery today. The next one is Dance Duet from Hansel and Gretel. The next one, Little Boy Fishing. I don't know that top of my head. I don't know who that is. The next one, In the Middle of the House. Not sure. The next one is The Owl and the Pussycat. So they were quite keen on poems and fairy tales and rhymes put to music. The next one's Robin Hood. So I'm guessing that's from the TV show Robin Hood, riding through the glen, that one. And someone's just been done actually on YouTube for whistling a tune. So we won't go too far into our songs. And that's by Dick James. The next one, Picking a Chicken. I know that one. The next one is a musical track, and this is The Grasshopper's Dance. And the last one on the first side of the second album, or side 3, as they put it, is The Deadwood Stage, Whip Crack Away. So that's Doris Day. And then the last side, side 4, is Tubby the Tuber, again, Danny Kaye. Grandfather's Clock. Big Rock Candy Mountains, Belle Ives. I don't know that one, I don't think. The next one, 20 Tiny Fingers. That was very popular. 20 Tiny Fingers, 20 Tiny Toes. The next one, Teddy Bear's Picnic. I believe I did a dance to that when I was very little. Didn't everybody? The next one is The Little Shoemaker. The next one is Bimbo by Susie Miller. Don't know that. The next one, Woody Woodpecker, Mel Blanc, obviously. Kitty in the Basket, Diane Decker. I don't know that. The next one, Coronation Scott. Well, that's a popular band piece of music. I think a lot of bands play that. And the last one is There's a Friend for Little Children, Uncle Mac. Uncle Mac. So I just like the graphics on these old albums. That child looks a little bit bizarre. Looks like an old granny face on a little girl. I was just saying I like the graphics. Oh, she's gone to bed now. And then is there pictures inside? Oh, not really. Not really. So we've got just like some pictures around the edge. And then this side, just some pictures. Oh, there. So yeah, nothing interesting there. So did that bring back any memories for you? Do let me know if that brought back any memories. And did you recognise any that I didn't have a clue on at all? So let's see who's here today. We have, first of all, we have Steve and Tina Jewell in the house. And we also have, I've lost the comments. We also have Agent 47. So you're all very welcome. Keep the chat positive and say hello to everybody, as that's what my channel's about. So checking out each other's channels. So that was Blast from the Past. And what should we go on to now? What shall we do? I'll do this. Oh, I nearly showed you the circle again. I'm so used to showing my circles. And anyone who's new to the channel will be like, what's your circles? Show us your circles. Okay, so the next subject we're going to go on today, the next topic, Okay, so some time ago, if you've watched my channel a while back, you would have seen I won an auction. In fact, I won 2 auction lots of cross stitch, and there's 3 videos on that. The reason I got 2 lots was because it was from the same person, and they'd kind of divided the stuff. So some of the kits didn't have everything in them. So I bought the second lot much cheaper than they originally wanted for it, because no one bought it the first time. It went in the second time. Long story short, I got both. I spent a whole time trying to collate all the stuff, what matched with what. Still some kits that aren't complete, but as long as you've got the patterns, that's not such a big thing. And the first lot, I got a massive tin of the cross stitch threads anyway, so that was fine anyway. And in that lot there was other things as well, and some of the things were embroidery rings, which I don't use, and I have been told by many of my viewers, get used to using them, they're really good to use. But I've been thinking of a plan for something else. So these are just some of the rings. You'll see I've got lots of them, all different sizes, big ones. There were loads of them remember this is over 2 lots, so they split them up. They're all different versions as well. I don't know a lot about them. I have looked up about them. So all different ones, all different connections, intentions, and these are more what I call the traditional looking tops. So lots of these. There is a purpose to that. Another one. And a couple more big ones. But apart from the round ones, I also got in there this size one, that, and this mega one. Oh. And at the moment they're all just sitting on my shelf. Now what I'm thinking, I'd quite like to do weaving. And I was wondering, craft people out there, tell me if you think it will work. If I could, I know you've got to have the vertical bits. I did do needlework. I can't remember what you call the direction of the material now, the warp and the waft or whatever it was. But I think you have to have the downs. I'm thinking of doing it, by the way, with material, because I don't want to go out and buy anything. Dawn doesn't really buy things. So I want to do it with material, and I'm thinking if I attach some downward bits, vertical bits, and then weave material in and out across, would that work? Would I have to sew it? I'm not going to keep the material, I'm going to cut thin strips, so I'm going to push it up so it looks more like thread. Do you think that would work? Let me know. And I've got lots of people watch my channel that are crafters, so I'm waiting for your yes or no, or ideas how to do it better than that. Maybe it might be better to do them on the width, because there's nothing to attach really. So if I actually attached on the side bits, these bits, and then it'd be easier to pass through. I don't know, but I want your ideas on that. I'm thinking trying some form of weaving with old material, cut material up, old clothes and whatever. Maybe make cushion covers to start with and see how that turns out. I don't know, but let me know what you think of that. What should we go on to now? Let's go on. Oh. I've got a whole desk full of things here until you get bored with me. And by the way, Steve, how are you doing? I did watch your live, not live. I watched your live that wasn't live when I watched it. I watched it today. You're certainly looking better, so hope you are feeling better. Let's go on to the next thing. What are we talking about gardening today? Well, cut long story short, my very extremely limited diet now consists of blueberries, blueberries, dried apricots, chicken, peaches, water, a little bit of red meat, not much else. So I'm going to see if I can get a blueberry tree bush. I want a bush. Now, I don't know if you can get them here or not, because we went to get raspberry and blackberry last year and you can't get them. And basically the garden place said, if you can't get something here, it won't grow very well. You might be lucky, but on the whole, we're not wasting your time. So we want to go soon, because I hear that you need to plant them about now. So I'm going to read about blueberries. And it says, this high bush blueberry is becoming more popular in the garden. The rich fruity flavour that is characteristic of the berries has made it popular as a fruit to be eaten straight from the bush, and for inclusion in an ever-increasing number of desserts and other dishes. Its disadvantage as a garden fruit, at least for some people, is that it must have acid conditions. In chalky or limestone, alkaline regions, bushes could be grown in large containers away from the normal garden soil, but this could become quite a chore no matter how tasty the resulting berries. The bushes and berries are decorative and are a useful addition in the potager or ornamental border. Cultivation. Choose a sunny site, although a little light partial shade will be tolerated. The soil must be acidic. Add soil mix if your garden soil is just on the borderline. Set out the plants at any time the weather and soil conditions allow between autumn and early spring. Plant them as freestanding bushes, 1.5 meters, 5 feet apart. Mulch with manure. Now, another book I read said don't use manure with them. But only if it has not been sweetened with chalk or limestone. Okay. Do not allow the soil to become dry, watering regularly as necessary. Propagate from soft wood cuttings taken in midsummer. Pruning and training. Because the fruit appears on the 2nd or 3rd year wood, do not prune until cropping starts. After that, cut out any dead or weak wood and then remove up to 1/3 of the oldest wood to promote new growth. Prune in winter or early spring. Harvesting and storage. Pick as the fruit ripens and store, if necessary, by freezing or bottling. Pest and diseases. Blueberries are remarkably trouble-free. The worst problem will be birds, which will steal the fruit, but netting will solve this. So that is basically the basics of growing blueberries. I also read you can have just one, but it is a good idea to have 2 or even 3. Even though one will work, you will get more pollination, I guess, on having more. So I'm going to look into that. We're going to go soon and see if we can get blueberries. I'm kind of thinking I'll come back and tell you we couldn't get them here. And where I go is like a really good place. It's massive. You would have seen a video on it before. I did film where we went when we got our 2 plum trees, our 2 nectarine trees, and our 2 peach trees. So there is a video somewhere on that. Steve and Tina Jewell, they are the people to ask about blueberries, apparently, because they say they have 20 blueberry plants. Oh, I'm coming to you with questions if I have problem. Now, my idea is I want them really in a big pot, at least one. The whole purpose of where I want it is there's a big pot and I want them there. is there a benefit or a bad thing to have them in a pot? It said there it seemed okay, but so yes. Stephen Teen, only 10 are giving fruit. Is that why they say have 2 or 3? Because then you're more likely to get fruit then? Maybe. Maybe. Yes. So you will be my go-to people now. You have them in a sunny spot. Well, I'm in Cyprus, so that's fine. It's good. If anything says they don't tolerate heat and things like that, I just walk away from the thing. So yeah, the other person who's helped me when I was initially talking about blueberries was Blue, Blue Self-Reliant. So she's pretty good at knowing things. If you've got a query, Stephen Tina, with only 10 giving fruit, give her a look-see up. She might have the answer if you're wondering why. She's grown blueberries many a time and many a country. So yeah. You have 3 varieties. Yeah, I think I'm going to just have to get whatever they have. As I say, I'm doubting if they will have them here. Who knows? You can buy blueberries here, but they're not local. So I don't know. I mean, they say they're from Greece. Well, Greece is quite a long way from us, as in climate-wise. So they're much cooler and so on and so forth, so we can't even compare temperatures there. So we will see. And I also want to get some more herbs. The reason Stephen Tina have 3 varieties is to give fruit all summer. So you have early and late types kind of thing then, like peach and so on and so forth. You could be a big help to me if I get stuck, but let's wait first and see if I can actually get them. I'm thinking of other bushy fruits kind of thing, but I'm very limited what I can have now. So that's why we suddenly thought, we did talk about them before with Blue, and I can't remember why she put me off a little bit of looking for those. And I'll have to ask again what was her negatives of it. I was like, but no. Do you know, I've not actually eaten a blueberry ever in my life until last week. Can you believe that? No. But then there was another channel I was watching, and they were saying, do you know what this rare fruit is? It's a pomelo. And I went, yep, we've got pomelo tree, and yep, they're 10 a penny here, basically, pomelos. So yeah, each their own. I mean, there's still a lot of people who think it's quite exotic to pick an orange off of a tree or a lemon off of a tree or so on and so forth. It obviously depends where you are. I mean, to pick your own coconut, that's something we don't do here. I tell you what I did pick today. I picked my dates. Not all of them, too many, but I'm not allowed dates, so I might get them all. But I did pick a melon, and I can eat melons. So this is good news. Stephen, Tina, Jules say that was the idea, but late ones not fruiting. But at least in that way, if it's a climate thing that suddenly the weather turns or whatever, you've had some. So I think that's a brilliant idea to get. That's why we got 2 different peaches. We got an early and a late. And we got 2 completely different plums. We got that purple plum, and we got a yellow plum. So, yes. Okay, let's move on to our next section. We've got to switch to the page of sections, and this is what we're going to do next. Your favourite section? Where's your favourite section? That bothered me then. It just came up in the middle of the screen. Microphone's not on. It's like, it so is. I can see down the bottom it is. So we have a few jokes for you. Now, these are still from my book of after dinner speeches. So that's where these are coming from. Yes, I know you like jokes. So I have, I think, 3 for you. I do have to read them first because being speeches, after dinner speeches, you never know. So this one goes. The teacher was telling her class about the Apollo moon landings. The little boy in the front row was very knowledgeable and kept interrupting. The teacher said, the astronauts took off from Cape Canaveral. Miss, they don't take off, they blast off. And the teacher said, then they flew off to the moon. Miss, they don't fly, they go into orbit. And the teacher said, when they landed. Miss, it's only the lunar module that lets down. The teacher finished the lesson with relief, only to find the little boy had stayed behind. She waited to see what he had to say. He slid his hand into hers and said, Miss, Father Christmas does live on the moon, doesn't he? And that just shows you those who try to be intelligent, well, doesn't necessarily mean they have savvy. I'm sure we all know people who've got degrees coming out of their ears and so on and so forth. But you give them a simple everyday life or street problem, they don't know where to begin. Oh, you like that one? Cool. Okay, let's do another one. A salesman, tired of his job, joined the police force. A friend asked him, how do you like being a policeman? He replied, the pay is good, the hours are okay, but best of all, finally, the customer is always wrong. Okay, let's do one more. Here. A certain admiral who liked always to have the last word and who was noted for his addiction to work was walking round his flagship one morning. In the barber's shop, he came upon a sailor in the barber's chair. The use of service time for such an activity was not popular with the admiral. Having your hair cut in working hours, I see, humped the admiral. Yes, sir, because it grew in working hours, said the sailor. The admiral was not yet to be outdone. It didn't all grow in working hours, he said. No, sir, said the sailor. I'm not having it all cut off. Don't you love it? That one was pretty cool. Pretty cool. Okay. Oh, wrong page again. It's the only thing I don't like about the StreamYard. You haven't got your chat on the page where you're doing stuff. Okay, let's go on to the next section, the next topic of today. Okay, so going on to the next topic. Oh, Steve and Tina's still laughing. Thank you. I'm glad you put your laughs there because obviously I don't know. What did I say we're doing? Oh, yes, snacks, hacks, facts and stats. Oh, dear, I should pay attention. I'm busy doing other things while you're watching those. Okay, so today I thought we'd do some hacks on vegetables. The first one is use an egg slicer to slice cooked beetroot for pickling. That's quite a good tip. The next one, stand stuffed tomatoes and peppers in patty pans before baking them and they will hold their shape better. The next one, for a change from fried tomato, peel, core and slice an apple and fry it with bacon. Ooh. Who's for sweets and savouries? Oh, Steve and Tina. Look, we're enjoying. Oh, bless you both. Oh, this was part of why I decided to do themes for my lives. Was I used to go on some people doing lives, and they would literally sit there, refuse to speak. This was when YouTube first started, and more recent. They'd refuse to speak until someone came on. And that was, I never had this fear or nerves of doing a live. I'm just talking. But I always thought if no one comes on, I can talk, but I can't talk if I do more than one live sort of every couple of weeks. So I thought, well, if I read things out, plus it helps me anyway. So it works. So glad you're actually enjoying my content. Okay, the next hack is add a few pieces of bacon rind to boiled tomato soup while heating, and this will enhance the flavour. Remove the bacon rind before serving. And that's like if you put basil with tomato, it brings out the flavour more of the tomato. So that's something else. And the last one is make your own curried beans by stirring 1 teaspoon, 5 ml, concentrated curry sauce and some raisins in a large tin of baked beans. Dawn doesn't eat Indian or curries. I love spices. I love foreign foods, as in Chinese and Mexican. There's just something, I don't know if it's a certain spice in the Indian. I love the smell of it, and then it changes to so I don't know what it is. I can't tell you why, but there's some situation there. Okay. Oh, we have another comment up there. Yes. Yes, a lot of people do like curries. Living down south where I used to live in England, it didn't come curry like it did in the north of England. It was a big thing in the north, and all sorts of different food changes depending on if you were north or south, such as northerners have mushy peas. You would never have that in South England. Never. Never, 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 never. It's not a thing at all. And curry sauce you get in your fish and chip shops up north. No, 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 none of that. Okay, let's move on to the next topic. And we have this. So we're continuing with my very small book. I'm getting a lot out of this. Look, it's really small. And I've been doing this for quite a few weeks now. This is Mallory Blackman, and it's Aesop's Fables, but it's a really short version of them all. So it's more to get the, what do you call it? The quote, not quote, the proverb across. So they're very short. Some I've heard of. There's a few we've read that I didn't know. So let's see what the next one holds. And this one's called The Frogs Want a King. Doesn't ring a bell yet. We want a king. We should have a ruler. We need a king. The frogs went to Zeus and asked him to give them a king. Fed up with their complaining, Zeus threw an old stick into their pond home. He's not much of a king. He just lies around all day. He never speaks and never moves. What use is he? So the frogs went back to Zeus and complained about the king they'd been given. Furious at their attitude, Zeus threw a water snake into the frogs' pond, and the water snake set about eating as many frogs as he could get his fangs into. Oh, I hadn't heard that one. And the moral of that story is, be careful if you complain about someone in charge. You might end up with someone much worse to take their place. Yes, that's the old saying, better the devil you know, or keep your friends close and your enemies closer still. I thought the moral was going to be grateful for what you're given, or make do, or something like that. But no, be careful if you complain about someone in charge. You might end up with someone much worse to take their place. Has anyone heard that one? I've not heard that one at all before. No. So hope you enjoyed that. There's a few more in there. That's why I say it's a very thin book, but we've still got a few more to go of those. I'm enjoying reading those. Definitely learning things there. Okay, let's go on to our next section. Is this. I think I might have shared this a long time ago, not the exact bit I'm doing today, but the actual book. And I bought this a long time ago. 101 favourite card games for one person. Truly good. Because some people like to play card games. I know Clock and I know Patience, but I don't think I know any more for one. So we'll do a couple of these games and you might want to play them on your own. If you forget the rules, just come back and listen again. This first one is called Aces Up, and other names for this game is Idiot's Delight and Firing Squad. And it tells you how much space you need to play, and it says small area, level, moderate, layout, deal 4 cards out in a row. How to play. If you have 2 cards of the same suit, discard the one that is lower in the rank. Aces are high. For example, here you have 2 of spades, 4 of clubs, 5 of hearts, 6 of hearts. Oh, and this page there. So they're the cards you have. Oops, and it's gone. So therefore you would discard the 5 of hearts. When you've made all the moves you can, fill the empty space in the row with any top card from the layout. In this case, where there's only one layer of cards as yet, fill the space from the cards in your hand. Then deal 4 more cards overlapping the ones you've already set up. Go through the same process of discarding the lower card of the same suit from the new layer of cards, and so on until you have gone through the whole pack. To win the game, discard all the cards except the aces, of course, because they're the highest, so you can't discard the aces, so you should end up with the aces. So that one's pretty good. And then this one is called Auld Lang Syne. Other names, Patience, but there's different forms of patience. Space, very small. Level, very difficult. Layout, I'll show you a picture in a minute. Deal out all the 4 aces in a row. Underneath each one, deal a card. These cards are the stock from which you are going to build. So that's what we have. The picture of the king's funny. To win the game, build the aces up to kings, regardless of suit. When you finish the moves you can make with the first set of 4 cards, deal another row of 4 right on top of them. Keep going until the stock is exhausted. Oh, I'm tired now. And the last one I'm going to share today is Tam O'Shanter. Level, almost impossible. play in exactly the same way as the one I've just told you, Auld Lang Syne, except don't put the aces up first. Just wait until they show up in the deal. So I hope there's a couple of games there. There's 3 games there that you can play on your own with a pack of cards without much space. Hello to those joining. Nice to see you. Thank you for being here. Let's go on to, what should we do now? Let's do this. I like that little tune. That was rather nice, wasn't it? Very nice. Very nice. I thought I would do today for Cyprus some words. Some people think Greek is Cypriot and Cypriot is Greek. There are similarities, but it is another thing. So I'm going to go through today some Cypriot expressions. So if you said these to a Greek person, they wouldn't know what you was even saying. So I thought I would do some of those today. Maybe another time I'll tell you a lot of words that are completely different as well. So the first one is upa. 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 Now you might have heard it as in your own countries as umpa, 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 which is basically get up and dance. Like at a dance or party, they just come up to you and go upa, and you get up and dance. Next one I'm going to share is pame. Pame. Let's go. Pame. Pame. The emphasis on the pa. Emphasis there. The next one is similar, but in the singular. Ella. Ella. Come. Now, when we first came here, we were in Ziggy, which is a fishing village. So you've got houses around, a little fishing village, very nice. And we kept hearing a mother come out and go, Ella, Ella. And then another mother later on, Ella, Ella. And we're like, oh, it must be a common name. They're calling their children to come, as in Ella, like it's the child's name. We thought it was quite funny that there must be so many children called Ella because they kept calling Ella. No, it means come, but in the singular. You wouldn't say that to someone you didn't know or was older than you. That's elate. So that's in the plural. The next one, now you may well all use this in your country, but it is a Cypriot word, which is bravo, bravo. So well done, bravo. This is very commonly used here, jamais, jamais. Now, we can't go j too strongly because we don't have a J. So we do it as a T followed by a Z, like czar, when you say czar. So it's more of a Z sound. So we can't say jeans here. It would be more like zines when we talk about the jeans that we're wearing, which is interesting. So jamais, jamais, there, there, there. Whereas Greek would be εκεί, there. Hey, we've got someone else in the house here. And you know what we're going to do? We're going to say welcome to Twinbrook Acres. Nice to see you. So we've done there. So now we do thame here. Now in Greek, that would be edo, edo. So straight away, you can see total differences, how we say things. Now, something I don't actually hear said here is ina, which is kind of like cheers. Now, we say yamas or stingy yamas is cheers. That's how you'll hear it said. But the traditional Cypriot way, which you don't hear, is ina. So that's interesting. You may well have heard of ohi, which is no. We also have ke, which is and. Kumbare, which is your good friend. So think about that. You've probably heard versions of that. Kaloston is welcome. Kaloston, welcome. Twin Brookacre says thank you. I think I popped on yours today. Yes, I popped on yours. Can't remember for the life of me what it was. Let me think. Oh, something on yours interesting. It was interesting. I think I put that was interesting. It was something dead interesting. My mind's gone because I was trying to catch up with quite a few channels today. So I just know it was good. Then we have Tikanis. How are you? We have Pospai. How goes it? Pospai. Pamekela, are you okay? Woodpecker, that was it. That was it. Yes, do go on Twin Brook Acres. There is a woodpecker. Was it a short or was it a full video? I can't remember. And he starts off by doing the woodpecker tune, which is funny. We had talk about the old tunes from the cartoons and things at the beginning of this live. That's it. Do go and look at his woodpecker video. Yes, he starts doing Woody Woodpecker vocals, let's say, at the beginning. Yes, that was pretty good. Yes, thank you for telling me. Thank you for telling me what I watched. As I say, when I watch a few in a row, I then get mixed up who was what. Okay, so let's go on to what should we do now? Let's do. I've got to scroll all the way down now, down to here. Let's do this next. So I recommend you go on Twin Brook Acres and watch a fantastic woodpecker video. And I would also say go on Steve and Tina Jules' channel. They've done a live and they've just got back from England. I just love their live. It's really like sitting down, having a cup of tea or coffee with them, and it's just a casual chat. I really do enjoy them. I don't see tons of them, and I would love to get on an actual live there because that would be awesome to be in the chat there. Twin Brook Acres. Oh, he says it's a short, the woodpecker one, right? So check out his shorts. But then there's no reason not to go and look at full-length video while you're over there, is there? Woody Woodpecker was one of my favourite cartoons. Yeah, I found him a bit annoying. But I liked all those cartoons where they always had the upper hand, like Bugs Bunny. I did like Bugs Bunny. I thought Bugs Bunny was pretty awesome. Saying hi to everyone. Let's just have a little looky here. I'm not on the screen now. I've walked. 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 Oh, apparently I'm live. That's interesting to know. Right. Okay. I'm just doing things. So we're going to now look at Steve and Tina Jules' channel. And what I want to do today is read you their About section, because that normally explains people's channels. Oh, no, it doesn't. Nothing in your About. Okay, so they're in Canada. That's all we get. And they've been since, March 2021. Oh, doesn't say a lot there, does it? Okay. If you go on their community post, this is something interesting. They do a lot on their community post of asking you questions, true or false, like a little mini quiz. And I don't know if you noticed, guys, but I've just given it a second thumbs up. I gave it a thumbs up earlier on my other channel. I don't know if you noticed, I ignore the question and I just put a statement such as, what did I put under that one? I put, the question is, Dr. Pepper is the oldest soft drink in America, true or false? Don't answer here, go over to their channel and answer. And I put, I love a Dr. Pepper, but not often able to get it here. So yeah, I just chat. I don't answer. Just the latest video is, as I say, it's a walk around England where they've just been. They've just got back from England, and the title is "Visit Mum in England, Walk Around the Market." So if you want to have a look around England, if you're not from there, that will be a very good video. We've got an upcoming coming up on their channel on tomorrow. I can't tell you the time because obviously it changes to Cyprus time. So I've got no idea. If you want to put in, Steve, what time that is in your times, you can pop that up. It's RV UK. Now you can see what England has to offer. So that's coming up tomorrow. My time would be 5:45 in the evening. And then the video before that, shoe repair and keys cut, the tiny store that does many things. Aha, I can tell you something about that. I can tell you that Grange Hill, you will know what that is, Steve and Tina, and Zamo, he basically had a key cutting shop and security shop literally round the corner to where I lived when I was in England. Stephen Tina says 7:45 a.m. it will be. And they say we may change time for live streamings to morning. Maybe you can catch our live. Well, if I tell you it's 6:30 in the evening now, you can figure out from there. But you have to actually let me know, because I don't tend to just sit on my computer. I come on, I'll make a video or edit or whatever. And then when I'm about to turn off, obviously the YouTube page comes up and they're live. That's normally how I catch people on lives. Normally, that's what I do. But yeah, message me if you've got a time that you think will suit me and I will do my best. Don't forget, I've got lots of appointments at the moment, medical appointments. So I'm a little bit light on time at the moment. But there's that. Let's go now and look at Twinbrook Acres. Let's see if they have more information in there about. That's where I normally go on to look at a channel. If someone says, oh, you know, you get chat, I look through, scroll quickly through all their videos, but I always read the about to find out more about them. Let's see if Twinbrook Acres actually has anything in the about. Yes, good for you. Twinbrook Acres. My channel began as a place to post motorcycle riding videos, but it quickly transformed into a channel for tractor projects and homesteading videos. We're in the Lakes region of New Hampshire. We bought our property, a former farm with an early 19th century house and barn, 20 years ago, with plans to grow most of our fruits and vegetables. As so often happens, life got in the way and we put any expansion on hold. We had blueberries. I'm coming to you. I've been talking about blueberries. We had blueberries, apple trees, blackberries and cherry tree. We recently added a peach tree, another apple tree, grapes and raspberries. We also now grow much of our veggies. Future expansion will include strawberries, watermelons and pumpkins. You may still see an occasional motorcycle or an aircraft video. Oh, that's lovely. That's a really well written piece. I like that. Let's see if they do anything on their community post. The last one is our grandson's first cherries off of our cherry tree. He keeps asking for more. That's cute. You just got another thumbs up on that. Oh, Twinbrook Acres. Oh, 4 months ago. I'll have to go back and see this one. It sounds interesting. He's put Catch My Live with Jim's in Town Gardening and Bella's Legacy Rabbitry, discussing why I started my YouTube channel and why I'm working to be more self-sufficient. Oh, I'll have to go and watch that at some point. So there's 2 channels there to do. Thumbs up. Lovely. Thumbs up. Steve and Tina say it's 8:30 a.m. there now. Cool. Do the math. Do the math. Oh dear. So let me write that down. Your times of my times. Your time of my time. So you are 8:30 a.m. and I am 6:30 p.m. Of course, I'm ahead of you. Of course. Can you please Twinbrook link? You can do your own links. You're quite welcome to. But seeing as I've got the page up, oh, I'll link the community page. Hold on. Let's go back to the main page of Twinbrook Acres. I've got the community page up. Right, click on there. There we go. So this is Twinbrook Acres. Is there. That's the linky. That's that one. And then we have also we have this one. We have this. A bit slow today. And this is Steve and Tina Jules link. Why are you not getting others chat? I don't know. Why are you not getting others chat? Are you talking about in this chat now? You can only see your chat. Are you getting my chat? I don't know why you're not getting others chat. If you're on YouTube, go to the very top bar and it says, I forget the 2 words now, something chat and live chat. No. Top chat and live chat. Check you've got live chat clicked. Thank you, Mike. Couldn't remember the other word for that. Yes, so there we go. I think you've got new people on each of your channels. Where am I up to? Steve and Tina are Vancouver Island, Canada. I'll even come back. Okay. Yeah, that's weird that. I'm on StreamYard, so I can't really help you. If I was doing it live on my YouTube like I used to do, then I could help you with that. So let's see what Dawn's been posting. Let's see what Dawn's been posting. So today I posted on 2 channels. On my other channel, I'll just put it here somewhere. I'm running it on the ticker underneath my other channel, if anyone doesn't know it. Today I posted an animal video, which includes a puppy, baby horses, tractor. Oh, wait till, are you back, Twinbrook Acres? Tractor, more horses and other homestead animals. So if you're not already with my other channel, then go and take a look at that. And the video prior to that, which always gets a lot of views, is goats. Goats are still pretty popular, goats and horses on YouTube. And then for anyone who's wanting crafts, the one before that, on the one running on the ticker tape here, the one before that was my cross stitch project from start to finish. and that is the garden that you would have seen me showing on some of my lives, the garden in cross stitch, not my garden, from my brain. Twinbrook Acres said, switch to my computer from phone, it's working now. Okay, that's cool. Yeah, I don't know if you wasn't in the live chat and you was in the top chat possibly, or weird things going on. And I must say, I'll do it near the end of my video so it doesn't get picked up. I don't know if any of you are now getting up as you go and watch a channel. It comes up the big thing from YouTube and it says you got ad blockers on. If you do use an ad blocker, you've got ad blockers on. You're not permitted to use ad blockers with YouTube, which is a load of tosh. If that was so, you wouldn't then be able to click the cross at the top, completely ignore it and carry on watching. So don't think, oh my goodness, I can't watch now. It's just because these enormous channels are complaining that they're putting out tosh videos and they're just really doing them to get adverts in, and people have got ad blockers on to miss their 50 million adverts within their videos. So it's saying that you can't have an ad blocker on YouTube. Well, you can, basically. It's social media. You cannot be limited in any way with social media. Fact. They can strike you and whatever, but it's not a fair platform, because those that bring in revenue, they will let do whatever, and those small timers, they will do things like say your video's been taken down because you said you're sowing seeds, this kind of stupidity. But anyway, that's by the by. Let's see what's happening on this channel, what's been posted. Oh, my next posting on this channel will be Wednesday, and I'm doing a recipe. I feel I haven't done a recipe for quite some time, so if you're into recipes, I'm doing a recipe, and the video is only 3 minutes long, and it's a whole recipe. Yes, a whole recipe in 3 minutes. I just thought, I hope it's not too short. They'll throw it onto shorts, but I think that's long enough. But yeah, so that will be coming up on Wednesday. And then I posted today a new series I'm doing, Gardener's Diary, and I'm doing one, if I remember, each month. Now, I have done before, when I first started YouTube, a series, what's growing each month. So there's, if you look back, Monday, I was going to say, January, February. So if you want a quick reference as to what grows in those months in my sort of climate, you've got it there. But this is more bits and pieces, basically what I did in the garden, but you can still use it as a good reference as to what's growing. And because I've had so many people say they're looking to see what grows when in Cyprus. So, of course, you can all watch it and you'll see different things and what I'm growing. And there's a bit of chopping a carob tree down as well, because it's a season. You can do that, but you are not permitted. It's illegal to actually cut a carob tree right down. So you can cut like branches and so on and so forth. And I believe, for example, in Portugal, it's illegal to totally cut down a cork tree. So these are things that I covered in that. And prior to that, I did another shopping haul, because people quite like those. I don't shop that often. It seems like I do, but I had a little bit of money, which I can't talk about at the moment for legal reasons, but I had a little bit of money come in and I spent it. It wasn't enough to save or do anything much with. So as I haven't had money for a long time, I thought I'm going to just get bits what you've seen and so on and so forth. And because my foot, my surgeon actually suggested certain shoes to wear and get. So, of course, you're going to go shoe shopping and buy all the ones he suggested. So there's a little shopping haul prior to that. I am going to try and remember to keep doing some more of my community posts. I was starting before my incidences. I was starting to keep putting little funny things up and there are a couple of funny things there, such as ladies talking over the fence, and let me see if I can find it so I don't say it wrong. What it is, only have to press the letter N and my channel comes up. I must be on it a lot. Go from channel to channel. So my community posts, it's only a few back, I think, but I want to start posting some fun things back up. It wasn't that long ago. Oh, obviously there's the oh, maybe it was further back. Oh, here we go. Right, you've got some old ladies, they're not chatting over a fence. One's leaning out of her window, and then you've got other gossip women all round her. And I should remember because of that. So she's leaning out of her window talking to them, and the caption is pre-internet chat room using an old version of Windows. I've got loads more like that, so I want to start popping those up. Oh, and there's me filming above that. And then we've got the bit of Colin, Mr. Colin Waffles the cat. And then we've got some updates going on. Oh, I have got a community chat there that says, what is your favourite emoji and why? What's your favourite emoji and why? So let me know what that is. You can do that in the chat now. And then you've got medical updates. Medical updates. So that's what's been going on my channel. What's been going on in your channel? Well, the people in the chat now, obviously we've gone through theirs to do a little bit more update of what's been happening. I think that's probably about it for today, because I have to watch my time now, because I've got 15 and a half hours left for the rest of the month, which sounds a lot, doesn't it? It sounds quite good. But once we all get chatting and Dawn doesn't like to go, then it goes on. Twinbrook Acres says, no favourite emoji for me. I barely know how to use them. Do you know, I was quite against emojis when they first came out. I really was. But sometimes when my brain's not working that well, if I'm in someone's chat, sometimes it's easier to throw an emoji out there. Yes, sometimes. Okay, so I'm going to finish now with quote corner and my outro. I want to thank you all for being here, especially if you're in the chat. As I say, if you're watching this back later, do drop me a comment and say hello so I can say hello back to you. And do check out all the channels mentioned, and see you next time.